Hey guys, it's Mr. Shozzy here, and welcome to episode 65 of the BFC Dynamo series. Today's episode, as you can see, we will be doing a double header at home against Mainz first up, and then Gladbach as well. So two very big games. Of course, we lost 3-0 to Gladbach earlier in the season. But I'll give you guys a rundown of the league table at the moment. I would say we're still in pretty good shape. I think we're pretty much mid-table, so the fact that we're there is, I would say, a good sign for us potentially not getting relegated this season. I think we're still pretty comfortable. As you can see, we're in 10th place there, and of course we're on 30 points now. If we go by previous seasons, the way things have gone, 30 points has pretty much meant safety. So we're already there, and we've only just started the sort of second half of the season here. And you look at some of the other teams down the bottom here. You got Frankfurt, started to come back a little bit, and they're on 14. And then you got Dusseldorf, who are on 12, and St. Pauli, who are currently last, and they're on 10 points. So I would say that we're doing pretty good. We're doing well for ourselves. We do actually have a game in hand over a lot of teams above us. So a win here today could potentially put us above Schalke, who are currently in 7th place. So a win today is very, very important. And like I said, we're at home for these next two games, so I want to try and do well. Anyway, I'm going to bring the face cam back up the top here, and we do have some transfers to go over. So we'll go over the outs first. There was only a couple of outs. They were both loans. The first one was Aguila. He went out on loan to Werder Bremen as a backup. However, there is a permanent transfer involved in this one. It wasn't very much. I think it was maybe like 100,000, if that, 80,000. It was pretty ridiculous. But at the end of the day, he's just not good enough. I don't really want him at the club, if I'm being perfectly honest. I don't really want to be in a position where I'm overlooking another potential backup goalkeeper because I have Aguila at the club, if that makes sense. It's a weird thing to say, but he's preventing me from maybe getting a young goalkeeper that would be back up to Mosquera and Melges, purely for the fact that he's at the club and he's on a wage. So he's gone. He's on loan for now, with a permanent move at the end of the season. And then the other one was Vestergaard. Of course, we actually brought in a new striker from Norway. So as a result, I mean, Vestergaard's contract, I wasn't going to renew it anyway. So the fact that he's going out on loan into Bundesliga to Bochum, probably a good thing. I did try and offer him out for transfer as well, to try and cash in. When I say cash in, he's only valued at 35k. So yeah, he's not very good. They're paying 90% of his wages, so it's pretty much all 3.8k. As you can see, 3.4k per week, which I think is pretty good for the next 6 months anyway. As far as players in, the first one is that striker. We've got Alexander Langfell, or Fjell. I'm just going to go with Langfell. It's easy for me to say. It looks like that. We're going to go with a silent J, the 19-year-old Norwegian. Sign on a free transfer. Contract is running out. Of course, Norway has the weird sort of season that runs from like January to December, as opposed to sort of July to June, if that makes sense. So yeah, we snapped him up. Contract ran out at the end of December. And as you can see, he's a very, very good striker. And he's got 18 finishing, which I do love. You see an 18 there and you think, he's going to score goals. He's going to score goals. He does have a lot of pace about him. He's not the biggest striker in the world, which is going to be a bit of a problem. I've got him in that tutoring group that I set up. I did mention it a few episodes ago, but I did actually set it up. Yeah, not expensive either. Only 4k per week, which I think is very good. We got him on a 4-year contract, so we'll be able to see what he can do for us here. Very happy with his transfer. Can even play inside forward if we, want to put him in that role. The next player we got was Brian Montero, left back, 19-year-old from Colombia. He looks pretty good. He looks pretty good. Hasn't set the world alight when he's played. He's played one start, one sub appearance, 6.40 average rating for those 2 games. Not great, but he looks good. Again, cheap wages, 4K per week, 2.5 star current ability, 4.5 star potential. Good pace, good defending. You know, dribbling's terrible, but he's got good crossing as well. So we'll see how he does going into the future. We've got a few left backs now. That's our 4th left back at the club. And I think we did give Traore a contract extension. Zajac, I think, wanted to leave the club as well on loan. And I had a few transfer offers from him. Dusseldorf are actually coming after him quite a lot. So, yeah, he comes in. I like the look of him. At the very least, we might be able to sell him on. As you can see, he's actually got a little bit of a value about him. He's only on a 3-year contract as well. Value between 1.3 and 8 million. So, he looks all right. Another free transfer. And then the final player here is Jainson Aponza, another 19-year-old Colombian. They just seem to be developing really good young players that they let go of. Left winger for him doesn't really sort of fit the inside forward role that we play with. As he's left-only footed, he doesn't really have much of a right foot. As you can see, one of his player traits is actually avoiding it. But he's got 5-star potential with 2.5 star current ability. He looks very, very good. Of course, they're both capped at under 20 level for the Colombian under 20 national team. I like the look of him. He's only on 2.3K per week for a 4-year contract. Very, very good to see. We haven't really been using him, though. That's a bit of a problem. We've got a lot of wingers now as well. Of course, I brought LaRue in on loan. Probably a bit of a mistake now, but you know what? He's a good player anyway. And he's not even playing at the moment. He's behind. Behind what's his name? Bednarek. Almost forgot his name. Anyway, recent fixtures. So last episode was. Trying to remember when last episode was actually. I believe it was the Dusseldorf loss and the DFB Pokal 3rd round victory. As you can see, we've played a lot of games. We've played 7 games. We also had this sort of winter break in there as well. Should have kept things going because we actually managed to win the next game 5-0 over Hoffenheim. And this was the actual scheduled game that I was going to play on camera prior to the 3rd round of the DFB Pokal being placed in between them. So, big 5-0 victory over, promoted team with us last season. Gel getting the first goal. Abba on the score sheet. It's pretty unheard of. Jakobsen with another goal. Gel is the current leading goal scorer, getting another goal for himself. And then Jakobsen as well in the 89th minute. Very impressive, clean sheet, destruction of one of our sort of lower down the league rivals, I should say. The next game, however, against Wolfsburg was a very, very disappointing defeat. As you can see, Bednarek opened the scoring. We then went 2-0 up with an own goal from Wolfsburg. And then they scored 4 goals, one of them coming in the 95th minute. Yeah, the less said about this game, the better. As you can see, they dominated us anyway, so they definitely deserved the win. But yeah, we just we couldn't really get it done, and we just weren't there defensively at all. The next game was a 0-0 home draw in the new Berlin Derby, the one we haven't really gone over too much. As you can see, Traore picking up a red card in the 16th minute, getting himself sent off. Of course, we had to play one striker up top. Absolutely dominated the game in terms of stats. They didn't even have a shot at all. They dominated possession, though, as you would expect. They didn't even have an XG, and we still drew this game. So it is what it is. Probably should have won this one. Meljaz playing well, Davidson playing well, and our midfielders, Abba and Reguagui, both playing well in midfield. And that was it for the winter break. We beat Frankfurt 3-1. We beat Grufer Firth 2-0 away from home. Before we returned back to Bundesliga action, losing 4-0. I was going into this game hoping for a little bit of revenge, but we lost 4-0. Couldn't score a goal against RB Leipzig. They absolutely smashed us. As you can see, Ferber getting 2 goals for it. He got a hat-trick in the end, but got 2 goals. Fresneda, and then that final goal there as well. Disappointing stuff. However, we did bounce back, beating Frankfurt, of course. I've talked about how bad they've been this season. Pulisic getting a goal disallowed. I can't remember if it was offside from a corner or what it was. But luckily for us, Leroux getting himself a goal, Abba with the assist, and then Langfell. I don't think that was his debut. No, he might have played in the previous game. Actually, I don't know. That might have been his debut. I can't remember 100%. But yeah, 89th minute, getting us the second goal there. And again, another good clean sheet. We then managed to beat Freiburg in, I would say, a game we definitely deserved to lose. This one, I feel a little bit sorry for them because I feel like this is what happens to us a lot. And we definitely came out looking very, very good on the other side of this. We scored 3 goals from 3 shots on target. They had 24 shots with 6 on target. They did score 2 of them, but as you can see, they got a penalty in the 80th minute that they missed, and then they had a goal disallowed for offside in the 92nd minute. Melger's big performance, 7.5, and then Pulisic on the score sheet again, and a Jakobsen brace for himself. We then lost, unfortunately, to Werder Bremen, sort of a reverse result, 3-2 to Werder Bremen. Leg opened the scoring, very unusual goal scorer, shall we say. Mputhi with the assist as well. Jakobsen just after half-time. And then they pretty much just scored 3 unanswered goals. Ziegler getting 2 within 9 minutes. And it was a 3-2 loss away from home. And the most recent game just played was a 1-0 home victory in the DFB Pokal quarterfinals. We are back in to the semi-final of the DFB Pokal this season. Back to back. And as you can see, Bednarek getting our goal in the 60th minute. We had 2 shots on target. They had 1. Luckily for us, our defense played incredibly. We had 17 shots overall, though. So I'm a little bit disappointed with the fact that we couldn't find a breakthrough. Anyway, that leaves us today with Mainz first up here. We'll get into the lineup real quick. It's pretty much the same team as it always is. Only difference is Jabali is going to start this game, and so is Montero, purely for the fact that Traore is suspended. Actually, Langfell's up top as well. I just noticed. Gel, unfortunately, picking up an injury. Very disappointing because he's our leading goal scorer at the moment. I'm going to go with the Ponza on the bench. I probably should go for Leroux. As you can see, he's in very good form, but so is Bednarek as well. Of course, he did score in that last game. He's got 7 goals this season. Jakobsen's got 12, and then Gel's got 13. So it's very close. Unfortunately, Pavicic has no goals this season. Very disappointed with that. So that's why we're going to go with Jabali today. He's not in good form, Pavicic, unfortunately. But yeah, those blokes are injured. He's suspended. Prevel's injured as well. That's why he's not even on the bench. And there's Zajac, who actually has played pretty well when called upon. Scored a goal as well so far this season. Anyway, that's pretty much the team. That's the bench. I'm going to try and play a Ruse as much as I can. I feel like he's a very good prospect. As you can see, he's got 5 mil minimum to 6 mil value. He's a weird player. Very weird. Anyway, let's go. Mainz, they're a good side. They're sort of in the middle with us. They're in that middle pack. Not really doing too much. Not really at risk, I guess, of relegation at the moment. We're sort of languishing in the mid-table, which I think, personally, is a very, very good thing for us. I'm very happy with that. We're actually exceeding my expectations. I did think that we would... Ooh, Jakobsen, shoot! Shoot! Thank you. All right, he's equaled Gel's goals so far, although Gel is out injured for 3 weeks, so I'm hoping he can actually take that top goal scorer. I thought he was going to butcher that for a second with the goalkeeper all the way out there. Oh, my heart. I had a little panic moment. And there we go. We're back up above Schalke. Hopefully we can keep things that way. All right, Davidson. Ooh, Jabali's picked up a knock as well. Bednarek. unfortunate. I might actually take Jabali off. I don't really want to risk it. We'll just bring Pavicic on. Who knows? Maybe Pavicic will do something today. We can only, hope and pray that he'll find himself. I think he's on like a massive goal drought from like last season. So I remember him being in the goal drought during last season, and he's still on it. It's one of the options when you criticize him, when you criticize his form. It's a weird thing, very strange, but what can I do? Anyway, half time. That was a quick half, and we are 1-0 up. I'm just going to praise the boys. We're also going to ease Mputhi off tackles. Notice we've been getting a few red cards this season. I don't know. I don't really know why. We sort of haven't really changed the team too much. Montero, that wasn't a bad corner. All right, Langfell. Ooh, just over. That was an absolute bullet, though. Very quick shot. And you look out there, Pavicic, he's on a 6.3. He's got the lowest rating on the field. And he hasn't really been on the field for that long. Now Montero's injured. Okay, Zajac will come on for him. I almost want to take Pavicic off. He's a 4-star player out there. And he's performing terribly. We'll go Aruz for Abba. Bit of a risky one, that one. But, I don't know. At the end of the day, I want to be giving him game time if he is an actual 5-star player. He's got that 5-star potential. He's only young still too. And his determination has actually gone up as a result of the tutoring group. So, yeah, make sure you do that. Make sure you put your tutoring groups on. I'm going to bring a Ponza on here just for a few more minutes for Bednarek. Might even encourage the boys going into the last few minutes of the game here. We've made a lot of subs today. All right. Please do not concede. Cleared away. It's not cleared away good enough, and it's going to find its way. Oh, that's so lucky. What a terrible shot. Thank goodness. I was thinking that was going in the back of the net. Oh, we clinched the 1-0 victory there. Very lucky, to be honest, that one. Because Jakobsen's goal was very much an error from the Mainz defenders. Actually, they're doing better than I thought they were. I thought they were with us in the pack, but they're slightly above it. They're actually in the Champions League spots at the moment. Fair play to them. FC Cologne as well, doing really well. Up in 5th at the moment, and then we're in 7th. Offenheim, unfortunately, they're a little bit further down. I would say they might be concerning themselves in a relegation battle. If Eintracht Frankfurt start to play to their abilities, it's a 12-day injury for Jabali. And 2 days there for Montero. Yeah, if they start playing to their ability, Frankfurt, I think a lot of those other teams above them are going to be in for a bit of a wild ride come the end of the season. Anyway, I'm going to skip forward the 6 days and I'll join you guys back for the lineup against Gladbach. Alright, so let's get into the lineup. I've actually made a couple of changes here. So, LaRue has been brought in to the left inside forward role. Pavicic obviously coming in due to the injury to Jabali. I've moved Bednarek from the left up into the advanced forward role as Gel is still out injured. So that was recommended to me by the assistant manager. I didn't really think about it. I know he's got really bad finishing, but they're sort of a similar type of player. I mean, he's got a little bit less pace. But you look at everything else and you think, you know what, he would actually make a pretty good advanced forward. He's got really good off the ball, really good composure, really good dribbling, first touch, technique. His work rate's going up as well. So he's got acceleration, he's got agility, and he's got balance. He's literally just lacking in the pace. So we'll see what Bednarek can do up top. He has been scoring goals, so hopefully he can chip in. And at least if he doesn't, we do have LaRue, who, like I said, has been in pretty awesome form when called upon. So we're going to do that. Legs coming in at right back. Davidson picked up a cold for 3 days, so he's going to miss this game. And then, where is he? Yeah, Puljic picked up an injury as well. Was that an illness? What was his injury? Bruised thigh. Okay. So he misses out, and then Molina is going to go in at centre back. So I'm a little bit worried about the defence. Leg in there, Molina in there. Traore does come back in, which is a positive. Montero going back to the bench. But he is fit, so that's all right. Midfield's the same. Obviously, like I said, Pavicic, Jakobsen still up top. So I'm curious to see how this team's going to do with us in Gladbach. They're a really good side. We know how good they are. They smashed us 3-0 earlier in the season away from home. So it's going to be tough. Honestly, I'm just going to say go and have fun. I mean, what else can I really say? I definitely don't expect them to win. I expect them to go out there and give a good performance. Abba's picked up a yellow card in the first minute and 30 seconds of the game. Interesting one. Gladbach with a corner, good save, and they get the rebound, and it's in the back of the net. Terrible start. 2 minutes in, and we're already behind, and it's from a corner as well. Of all things to concede from a corner. Alrighty. Not good. Traore's picked up a yellow card now as well. I feel like that's going to be a bit of a trend today. Hopefully not. I was concerned with the defence going into this one as well. It has to be said. Now Gladbach have a throw-in. Puthi clears it. Not very far though. It was sort of back up in the air. Scally shoots and it's just wide. It was a good shot though. A little bit nervous. This is not how I expected the game to start. It was their centre-back that actually got the goal. We're coming back into it though. We've got 4 shots now, 3 are already on target. Abba with a corner. Leg. Oh, leg. Jason Leg. Take a bow. That was an absolutely beautiful shot. And luckily, we get an equaliser off a corner as well. A little bit of justice there for us. And like I said, we look all right at the moment. We're actually coming forward with a bit of purpose. Oh, LaRue, what a cross. That's why I brought him back in. I thought that was a really good suggestion. He's out there playing well. He's on a 7.2. Same rating as Leg. And we go into half-time level terms. 1-1. I kind of like that. I think we are actually playing okay. We're playing with a bit of purpose, like I said earlier. Although Gladbach have another corner. Clear that one away. Vaz will get it. He's a good player, Vaz. Oh, they're moving the ball. And he's hit the post. Vaz. Oh. I don't want to talk him up because he'll start scoring against me. Usually what happens. He's on the ball again. He's definitely a danger man for them. I'm very aware of his ability and his presence. And now Gladbach keeping a little bit of possession for themselves. Sort of stretching our team a little bit as well. Oh, Traore on a yellow card with a big tackle. We're coming forward. Pavicic into the box. Crosses. Oh, somebody. It's in the back of the net. Jakobsen. I think Bednarek probably could have scored that if he really wanted to. Probably his 10 finishing that's let him down. And we're 2-1 up. And just like that, the whole team is pretty much on a 7 match rating. Ooh, okay. Still heaps of time left though. 59th minute. LaRue. Shoot. Oh, LaRue. Tactical genius. I am a tactical genius. Thank you. 3-1 to Berlin Dynamo. Get in there. Are we going to make Europe? I can't get ahead of myself. Oh, alright. Subs. Pavicic, he's on a 6.5 again. I don't know what to do with him. We'll bring Langfell on. We might even swap Bednarek and Langfell. I think Bednarek's probably a little bit more suited to playing on the wing. Anyone else? I mean, Abba, but I feel like he's been playing okay. Did I ease Mputhi off? No, I didn't. We'll definitely do that. I think, yeah, Jakobsen. Let's just leave it. Let's leave it. We're in the lead. We've got a 2-goal lead at the moment. It's not go crazy. It's a massive game. And if we can get 3 points off Gladbach, I would say that's a pretty decent, revenge for what happened earlier in the season. Especially coming from behind. Time's ticking away. LaRue's picked up a knock. We'll try and take him off. I've only just noticed that. De Jong can come on. Everyone's pretty much on a yellow card at this point. It's like the entire back line, most of the midfield. All right. Come on, boys. All right, we're into stoppage time now. I'm Gladbach are coming forward. And they look purposeful. He's literally not doing anything. Oh god, that was something. He scored a goal. I'll let him off for that one, but just getting absolutely rinsed out there. And there we go. 3-1 victory over Borussia Mönchengladbach. What a win. That is a massive victory. Cannot be understated. And we've won both games this episode. What's going on? I thought this season was going to be harder than it actually is. I mean, I know we've got some good players, but I didn't think they were this good to be getting us into this position. Yeah, we're above Union Berlin. We're above Leverkusen. We're above Gladbach. We're above Schalke. And we're above Borussia Dortmund, who are having a woeful season. We actually verse them next, away from home. So that's going to be a tough game. They did beat Werder Bremen. Looking forward to that one, actually. Very good. Going to be a very good game. Anyway, I'm absolutely chuffed with today's episode. LaRue, man of the match. Me bringing him back in. Is that Joachim Low? No, different Low. But yeah, bruised knee one day. I'm going to praise him, the 23-year-old South African. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm very, very happy. 1-0 victory over Mainz, and then a 3-1 victory over Gladbach. And we're up into 7th place. We're literally in the Europa League spot. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. We're also into the quarterfinals or the semifinals, of the Pokal. And we're versing Elversberg, a 2 Bundesliga team. And the other one, very enticing, for one reason only, Hertha Berlin. If they can win their semi-final and we win ours, it's a Berlin derby in the DFB Pokal final. They've got to beat Freiburg, and obviously we've got to beat Elversberg, so I think it might be ourselves and Freiburg in the final. I'm hoping it's Hertha. I will just have to wait and see. I might even join you guys back. I was going to say for that one, maybe not. I almost kind of want to do like Schalke and Leverkusen for next episode. I know that's, 5 games away. Yeah, I think that's probably the way we're going to go it. So I think next episode we'll go Schalke at home, Leverkusen away. I'll play the semi-final off camera, and then I'll come back for the last 2 games of the season against Union Berlin. So that'll be our first Berlin derby with them on camera, and then RB Leipzig to finish off the season at home as well. So lots to look forward to. The series at the moment, I feel like it's really hit its stride, and I'm just enjoying it. I love, saves that have that real difficult part to them, which is what we went through when we first got promoted to Bundesliga. And we got relegated. I got relegated in this series. Bounced back, never looked back when we got back to Bundesliga. pushed forward for a few seasons, got promotion. Here we are. Last season, of course, making the final of the DFB Pokal. And we pretty much got another opportunity to do it this season as well. I'm 100% sure. I don't want to be overconfident, but I'm very, very sure that we can beat Elversberg and make that final. And that's going to be huge. That's more money into the bank as well. And, you know, we're going to be laughing next season, I think. As long as I can get a good transfer budget, good wage budget as well, which I don't see why we wouldn't. Anyway, smash a like on the episode, guys. It's been a really good one. Very happy with it. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Apart from that, as always, take it easy and goodbye.